War isn't only fought with weapons, it's also fought with survival. During the Second World War, millions of ordinary people had to find ways to eat, share, and make the most of what little they had. In this video, we dive deep into how people arranged food during World War II, through rationing, growing their own supplies, and incredible acts of resilience. As the war dragged on, supply chains broke down. Imports stopped. Soldiers needed food on the front lines. So, governments took control. Rationing systems were introduced to make sure everyone, rich or poor, got a fair share. In Britain, every person had a ration book. Sugar, meat, eggs, and tea, all were limited. In Germany and the Soviet Union, it was even tougher. Bread was stretched with sawdust, and meat became a luxury. In the US, rationing stamps were used, and posters urged citizens to do with less, so they'll have enough. With food supplies low, people turned to the soil. In the UK and the USA, citizens were encouraged to grow their own food in what became known as victory gardens. Backyards, parks, schoolyards, even rooftops, were turned into vegetable patches. Carrots, potatoes, cabbage, and onions became staples of daily meals. In the US, by 1944, over 20 million gardens supplied nearly 40% of the nation's vegetables. It wasn't just survival, it was community, pride, and purpose. With sugar, meat, and butter hard to find, home cooks had to get creative. Wartime kitchens became places of innovation. Carrots were used to sweeten cakes. Powdered eggs replaced real ones. Potatoes were turned into puddings. There were mock foods, like mock goose made from lentils or beef drippings turned into gravy substitutes. These meals weren't gourmet, but they were nutritious, and, most importantly, they kept people going. Not everyone could cook at home. In cities bombed by air raids or suffering severe shortages, community kitchens, or communal feeding centers, provided hot meals to thousands every day. These kitchens were often run by volunteers. Soup, bread, stew, basic, filling meals meant to feed the masses. They were places of both survival and solidarity. Neighbors shared what little they had. Food swaps, bartering, and even underground markets helped people get by. Every country had its own food crisis. In Nazi Germany, much of the food was taken from occupied territories, leaving millions in Eastern Europe starving. In the Soviet Union, blockades caused unimaginable suffering. During the siege of Leningrad, some survived on wallpaper paste and boiled shoes. In Japan, rice became scarce. People ate sweet potatoes, barley, and sometimes acorns. In occupied France and the Netherlands, food was hidden, hoarded, or stolen from under the eyes of the enemy. Even after the war ended, the food struggle didn't. In Britain, rationing continued until 1954, nearly a decade later. Many post-war generations grew up on simple, frugal meals. But out of hardship came new food systems, school meals, better nutrition awareness, and even the foundation for modern food safety laws. The way people ate during World War II changed food culture forever. World War II reshaped not just borders, but kitchens and communities. From ration books to backyard gardens, people adapted in extraordinary ways to feed their families and support the war effort. Have you ever heard wartime food stories from your grandparents? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video